Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. Fucking chair always fucking squeaks.
I'm so fucking angry with that bitch, Gina.
Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. And how are we doing today? Are we sad, happy? Let me know in the comments. Also, happy Chinese New Year. What did you do? How did you celebrate it? Let me know in the comments. Because China is very big and everybody celebrates differently. Every city, every province, they all have their own traditions and local customaries. And to be honest, I'm not a big fan of celebrating Chinese New Year. I dislike celebrating Chinese New Year just because I think it's weird and it's almost March and people are still celebrating New Year. And it's also the fact that 2 weeks after the Chinese New Year and people are still celebrating it. It's like, it's dragging it. I don't think it's necessary, but anyway. Okay, let me ask you a question before we start today's video. If you're a loyal audience, you probably already noticed this. I always start with a question. That's my hook. Okay. So today's hook is, how sanitary do you think urine is? Sometimes I take a look at my pee and it's clear. Then I'll be wondering, okay, if it's clear, does it mean it tastes like water? Well, I've never executed my curiosity. But I do be wondering sometimes, you know, because people are always comparing shit and pee together. Because we all know, shit is disgusting, okay? Like it tastes...
What?
I don't know how to taste, like it smells bad and it looks gross. I'm pretty sure it doesn't taste good. And there is a different level of repulsiveness when it comes to human urine and excrement. And if it comes down one day that somebody kidnapped me, a perverted person kidnapped me, and he told me, okay, you're gonna consume either urine or shit, so I can record you taking them and sell it to dark web, I'll probably just take urine. Yeah, because I don't want to take shit. Well, you know what? Never say never. If one day Wang Tong came to me, he said, you know what? Eat my shit, I'll give you $2 million. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah. But anyway, the reason why I'm asking you this is because today's first story is related with human urine. Yeah. I know, this channel has become a little bit urine and shit heavy. I noticed that. I just think it's funny, okay? So, YOLO boom. Without further ado, let's get started. I live with 3 nursing majors. 2023 was a bit a rough year medically for me as I just found out I have an autoimmune disease. It's also a pretty rare autoimmune disease, so it has been a lot of trial and error for treatment. I wonder what it is. My doctor ordered that I do a 24-hour urine collection. I had never done this before, so I was unaware that you had to keep the sample refrigerated in between collections. I asked the nurse how I should do this since I have roommates, and she had absolutely no advice for me. I think the best scenario is to get a new refrigerator, but just for like one simple task. That's a bit much, huh? But imagine what the salesperson asks you, oh hey, what you gonna put in the refrigerator? You'd be like, pee. When I got home, I texted my roommates and letting them know that I have, oh shit, these words are so fucking small. When I got home, I texted my roommates letting them know that I had to do this and asked if they would be okay with it. To my shock, they all said no. Would you be okay with it? And mind you, her roommates are in nursing majors, so just taking that in consideration, I'll explain this later, okay? My one roommate even told me she would be absolutely livid if I did that. I ended up having to use one of those thermal lunch boxes and 2 ice packs on rotation to keep it cold. Wow, she clever. She clever and creative. After one of my roommates kept making jokes about the situation, laughing at how gross it would be if it was in the fridge, I confronted her and said I had felt very frustrated at the situation and felt a little unfair to me. I acknowledged that it is not the ideal situation and understand her feelings, but I was left with very little options and very little sympathy from her. She basically told me that it was an irrational thing to ask in the first place and kept on going about how unhygienic it would be. I tried to defend myself, saying how I could wipe it down, keep it in the bag, and keep it entirely on my side of the fridge, but she doubled down on me being in the wrong. Now she's taking it upon herself to ask their friends when they're over what they have done in this situation. I think that's not necessary. She's already very embarrassed about this, and now that's a bitch move. Yeah, I've heard mixed things, and it's making me question if I was being irrational. So, am I the asshole? And now the reason why I mentioned her roommates are all in nursing majors is because I believe since they're going to become nurses one day and working in the medical field, that they probably will understand her difficulties better than just the regular person. I just think they will be more lenient, and if they're gonna become a nurse one day working in a hospital, once they hit the floor, they're gonna see a lot of fucked up shit in the hospital. Okay, like hospital is gross. In my opinion, hospital is like dirtier than a garbage disposal dump. And also, I just wanted to quickly mention this. I feel like not many people giving credits for nurses, because every time like when people talk about doctors, they go, yeah, your doctors are heroes. Yes, I agree, like they are heroes without capes, but what about nurses? I think they're great too, because they're gonna do like the nastiest jobs in the hospital. They have to bathe like old people, like, oh, you touch them, you touch old people. Oh, I can't. And I remember when I was in the hospital for gastrointestinal preparation, after the surgery, I had anal leakage. I know that's TMI, but I couldn't control it, so they have to put the diaper on the hospital bed. Hey bitch, it's the future me editing the video right now. I just wanted to do one correction. It's not diapers, it's pee pads. Yeah. That's the shit they have to do, and they have to walk the patient. If the patient is fucking like has like oozing out of the skin and their maggots crawling out of the bone, they have to take care of that. Yeah. So I think nurses are heroes too. Don't forget that. Okay. But on the other hand, if you have any medical knowledge, or if you ever watched one episode of Grey's Anatomy, Chicago Med, The Residents, you'll probably know that you should never place bodily fluid with food together, because there are chances the sample will be contaminated, and the chances are pretty high, to be honest. So yeah, this is a very tricky scenario. And also, I just wanted to know, what size are we talking about? Are we talking about a bucket? Or we're talking about like this much, like this. Like this much. These are my ibuprofens. Yeah, what kind of size are we talking about? Because I feel like if the size is manageable, I don't mind. You know, as long as you just like sanitize the fuck out of it. You know, sanitize the whole refrigerator. That's fine. Well, like I said, the best case scenario is to just get a refrigerator. But I think this is so fucking dumb, getting a new refrigerator just to put pee in it. Like, bitch, who are you, Elon Musk? Are you that rich? Oh, also, maybe she can get one of those mini fridge. Have you seen like those bitches on the internet? They would put like skincare, so, like masks inside of that mini fridge. But what about the temperature? Are they cold enough to store lab samples? I don't know. I just feel like these mini fridge, I just see them as toys. I don't know. I've never used them, but anyway. So if I was the OP and if this happened to me, I wouldn't be offended if my roommates rejected me. If they said no to me, I'll be like, okay, I get it. It's disgusting, I get it. But it's the fact that one of the roommates was actually making fun of her, like bringing it up to like all the friends, like mutual friends when they're coming over. I would be like, bitch, what is going on? You want to drink my pee now? So I was paying for weekly groceries at a bulk wholesale store where the wait time to pay may be long. Granted, I was not in a good mood myself after the person in line behind me had a screaming kid who was dying to get out of there as well. Seriously. When I finally reached the front of the line to pay for my items, a woman very politely asked me if she could cut in front of me because she only had one item to purchase and it would be quick purchase. I, being tired and grumpy, still told her, "I'm very sorry, ma'am, but I can't do that." No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I proceeded to pay and she asked the person then standing behind me, the screaming kid's parents I guess, if she could cut them, to which they obliged. The nasty look this woman gave me made me rethink, was I the asshole in this situation? I can understand her perspective, but I also don't think it's fair if everyone else had to wait in this long line to pay that they should be exempt because of one item. Should the store have an express checkout for such a reason? Sure, but when there's no express option, then we all need to make the wait. What's the proper adequate here? Okay, first thing first, I just wanted to ask, who the fuck goes to wholesale clubs, Costco, Sam's, BJ's for one fucking item? They're called wholesale clubs for a reason. People go there to buy in bulks. Who the fuck goes there for one single item? Who the fuck? Now, this is one of the situations that always happens in our life, that when you said no to somebody, it makes you feel like you're the asshole. But are you actually in the wrong here? I don't think so. Now, this is a reminder. I feel like I need to remind myself this too, because sometimes I do feel bad when I reject people, but we shouldn't feel apologetic when rejecting others. We really shouldn't. You're not the asshole just because you said no to somebody. Okay, even if you are the asshole, so fucking what? And so what if I'm an asshole? So what if I'm a bitch? You know what I learned from all the villains from movies, from TV shows? They never feel apologetic. They always blame it on other people. They blamed on the society, other victims. Park Yeon-jin from The Glory, Chong Soo-jin from The Penthouse. They never thought they were in the wrong. They were always like, no, you're in the wrong. The reason why I'm doing this to you is because you're the asshole. You know, 2024 is my villain era. I need to learn from them. I'm gonna be a cunt in 2024. I'm gonna be more selfish. Okay? Period. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this week's video. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.